Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. I'm here to show you how to make the double bow on my Ginger Christmas card that I posted a couple weeks ago, and so many of you asked me how I made the bow. I decided to see if I could do it for you today. To start with, I have some of my baker's twine and it's already threaded through a button, one of the Regal's buttons, and I have two lengths of our seam binding in crumb cake. One is about 12 inches and one is about 10 inches long. I'm going to start with, I'm having a thunderstorm happening behind me. I'm going to start by basically just very loosely looping the bottom of the bow. And I'm taking the tail and curling the ribbon over my index finger to the right and making a loop, and then making a loop on the other side. Now at this point, I really just am getting an eyeball of my size, and I'm going to lay it down and have it pretty much in that position while I make the smaller bow. And I'll do it the same way. Take the tail in your right hand, I just loop it, hold it with my thumb, and do the other side. And as you can see, the loops of this bow are much smaller. This one's about 2 inches across and the other one was about almost 3, because this is a bow that really makes an impact on a card. Now I'm just holding my big one together, picking them up and layering them one on top of the other. And then now that I have that done, I just easily want to slip them through the loop that I've made. Whoops, I just lost it. I made this loop with my button. As you can see, I've kind of got the tails evened out on that side and a loop on this side that's now huge. But I'm going to slip that over and I'm going to put the baker's twine about in the middle, and then I'm going to pull the ends of the button up. And as I do that, let's see if I can do it so you can see it, I'm going to hold my corner pieces, the outside edges flat, and I'm going to be working with it as I pull that taut. It's a little bit of a process. You don't want your bow part to really tucker? Is that what I mean? Pucker. That's what I mean. You don't want to crimp it, but you do want to rather pull that tightly. And now I'm going to just make a knot and tie a bow on top. And this is rather hard with it down on the table, so I'm going to pull it up here. As with any bow, you need to kind of fiddle with it. See how I tied it? Now my button's sticking over to the side, so I'm going to wiggle. That's kind of my key word for a bow, wiggle. And you want to make sure your button is going to end up in the middle, and you do that by wiggling too before you actually really make everything tight. Now I'm just forming a bow with my twine and my fingers, which should be easy if you just don't have a camera going watching you. There we go. So then of course I'm going to adjust this bow, make it the size I want. And all that's left is to do a little fluffing and trimming the ends. So I'm going to trim my baker's twine so it's just a short little loop on it. I'm going to twist it around so the loops go where I want them to be. Sometimes I'm known to put a little glue dot to make things go where I want them to be. Okay, and now with this bow, I'm going to, again, lay it down. I'm going to hold the tails here, and I'm going to wiggle up a little bit on the loops of the bow till I have them even and at the top. And so you can see now that's going to be how my bow will look on the card. And last but not least, I take my ribbon scissors from Stampin' Up! And I trim the edges of the bow. And the small bow edges are going to be shorter, the tails are going to be shorter, and the longer ones will be longer. And there you have it. This adds a real good impact to any card. All I do is put a glue dot on the back, and in this case I made another loop. This bow is just adhered through the back on the inside, and I added that at the top. And just to get you in the Christmas spirit, I wanted to show you how I made these little gingerbread men. If you're not familiar with Stampin' Up's products, we have a new holiday catalog out that has the Sensational Season stamp set, and then we have our holiday dies. And so what I did was stamped the little gingerbread man and used my die cut machine to cut them out. So I hope you'll try the bow and give it a try. Let me know how you like the video. Thanks for coming by.